What made headlines in the courts across India? It's time to decode legalese of the week that passed at Legalese, where we try to unravel legal developments in plain, simple English. I'm Sania Talwar, and this week we have an update on the Pegasus petitions before Supreme Court. Top Court's verdict stating that apprehension of breach of law is not an entitlement of state to pass order of preventive detention. Two convicts who were also priests before Top Court and a Delhi court. For what? You'll find out why. Close aide of BJP leader Suvendu Adhikari kept behind bars out of political vendetta. Have the right to be forgotten. Acquitted accused pleads before Madras High Court. The Pegasus petitions before Supreme Court. Why didn't you file FIRs when you had remedies available under Indian law? Even though the Pegasus controversy emerged in 2019, were the words that echoed throughout the hearing of a clutch of pleas seeking an independent probe into the Pegasus software controversy. Court, while not completely denying the merits of the petition, asked why complainants did not raise these complaints at the first instance in 2019 and why no individual complaints were made under the statutory provisions, even though there are legal remedies available. An eloquence of lawyers argued for petitioners including senior advocates Kapil Sibal, Meenakshi Arora and Arvind Datar, among others. Court also questioned why such an erudite set of folks who were before them filed shoddy petitions with minimal research and basis media reports. As many as 9 separate petitions were filed seeking similar relief before Top Court, including by lawyers, journalists, activists and political leaders. Court did not issue notice in the petitions, however, directed that copies of petitions be supplied to the Union of India. We won't pass any orders unless the government appears, said CJI N.V. Ramana. The pleas will now be heard on August 10, that is Tuesday. The Union of India is expected to appear in court. Apprehension of breach of law not an entitlement of state to pass an order of preventive detention. Supreme Court has said that just because the authorities apprehend that there could be a breach of law, a preventive detention order cannot be invoked. Court was also referring to an order passed under the Telangana Preventive Detention Activities Act against the appellant who came before Top Court challenging the High Court judgment which affirmed the order. Court also said that the mere contravention of law such as indulging in cheating or criminal breach of trust certainly affects law and order, but before it can be said to affect public order, it must affect the community or the public at large. And that, in the facts of the present case, it was absent. When a person is preventively detained, it is Article 21 and 22 that are attracted and not Article 19. Further, preventive detention must fall within the 4 corners of Article 21, read with Article 22 and the statute in question. To therefore argue that a liberal meaning must be given to the expression public order in the context of a preventive detention statute is wholly inapposite and incorrect, the court reasoned. Before Supreme Court, the rape victim of a Catholic priest sought permission to marry him, pleading before court that the child who was born outside of wedlock due to the rape would be given legitimacy if the same were allowed. Vadda Kumcheri had raped the woman when she was still a minor, and as a result of the same, she delivered a baby boy in 2017. While she argued that the right to marry is a fundamental right which cannot be infringed while keeping the convict back in custody, court chunked the petition, adding that the High Court had already taken everything into consideration earlier and that it saw no reason to interfere. Before a Delhi court, where the court sentenced a priest aged 76 years who raped 2 minor girls, aged 7 and 9 inside a temple, a POCSO, that is a Protection of Children from Child Sexual Offences fast-track court, sentenced this man to life, elaborating on the plight of the hapless children who were subjected to repeated and rapacious sexual violence. Court also said that the rapist showed no remorse throughout the trial and that there seemed to be no scope for his reformation. The fact that he repeatedly raped the children at that age spoke volumes about the depravity and the proclivity of his mindset and was undoubtedly an aggravating circumstance. Close aide of BJP leader Suvendu Adhikari, kept behind bars out of political vendetta, said Calcutta High Court ordering his immediate release. The bench said that there were repeated attempts to lodge one complaint after the other against Bera in a planned, systematic manner, and that it only pointed to political vendetta at behest of state machinery, where a pattern has emerged to keep him in custody by hook or by crook. Lawyer for the accused had also contended that repeated cases were being set up against him on grounds of political rivalry and for being close to the leader of opposition, Suvendu Adhikari. Now, some added context to this. Suvendu Adhikari, a BJP MLA, had defeated Chief Minister of State Mamata Banerjee from Nandigram, West Bengal, in the recently held polls. Have the right to be forgotten. Acquitted accused pleads before Madras High Court. But the Madras High Court said that his name cannot be redacted from the court proceedings, as there will be ramifications of passing a generalized order like this. Court said that it honestly felt that our criminal justice system is yet to reach such standards where court can venture to pass orders for redaction of name of an accused person on certain objective criteria prescribed by rules or regulations. It added that it would be far more appropriate to await the enactment of Data Protection Act and rules, which may provide an objective criteria while dealing with the plea of redaction of names of accused persons who are acquitted from criminal proceedings. Well, that's all for this week. I hope you enjoyed watching this. Please don't forget to hit the like and share button and to subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you next week.